At the end of our last video, I was in the middle of trying to give a shout out to my wonderful, loyal comment customers, and some stupid asshole cut off the video at the end on purpose. But don't worry, I'm gonna make up for it right here. There's no way I'm gonna let the same thing happen again. No, goddammit, shit. Sorry about that, folks. So as I was saying, I'd like to thank you, son of a bitch. Fuck it. You know you're dealing with a truly, incredibly awful football team in every facet of the game. When you're no longer asking yourself, what don't they do well? And you're now asking yourself, what can they do well? Let me explain that a little bit by stating a fact. The New York Jets don't do anything well. Conversely, the Jacksonville Jaguars can't do anything well. It's the difference between a lack of execution versus a team that's literally incapable of doing it even on their best day. One team is a destroyer of hopes and dreams. The other is like an abortion doctor for hope, killing it in the womb before it has a chance to be born. No game encapsulates that more this season than the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against Detroit Lions. Stuck with the corpse of Mac Jones at quarterback. And by the way, you may be asking yourself, what do you mean the corpse of Mac Jones? He's still an extremely young player. Well, that's the thing, you see. Mac Jones is so bad at football that he was born a corpse, whereas Trevor Lawrence slowly had to become one. It's the old Bane line from Batman. Lawrence merely became a corpse with the help of horrendous coaching and dirt worst roster assembly, but Mac Jones was born in corpsehood, molded by it. Nobody knows how to suck complete ass quite like Mac Jones. You can't find a better visual, and I know I'm skipping through the game here at this point, but I couldn't help myself. You cannot find a better visual for failure on a football field more than this image right here. That's a young, recently drafted Brian Thomas, wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can tell he's already ready to throw in the towel on his life. And don't give me that shit about him being hurt. You think I can't tell injury versus crippling depression and despair? I live in a fucking sewer. I know goddamn crippling despair when I see it. If there is an injury involved in that play, it'd be like stubbing your toe, but you try to suck it up, play it off, and act cool, only for someone to come along with a fucking machete and hack off one of your arms. Now you have a much better excuse to scream and cry, so you let it all out. What even was this game? I'll tell you what it was. It was a beating. It was a brutal gangland execution. It was an answer to the question, can we show a live group execution on television? I don't know why, but the funniest part of this shit to me is what this says about the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings, they couldn't score to save their fucking lives against this exact same Jacksonville Jaguars team. Like, they barely, and I do mean barely, scraped by with a fucking victory. This is a Jacksonville Jaguar team that gave up passing yards and touchdowns in droves all season long, and all of a sudden they held the Vikings to 12 points. So if you're a Jaguars fan, maybe you say to yourself, hey look, maybe we figured out this defense thing. We just have to hang tough against the run, and we'll be able to hang with the Detroit Lions. Nope. Nope, not at all. 24 for 20. Oh my god, holy shit. You ever play fucking Madden? And you do it on rookie mode, and every single play, you find the wide receivers got one-on-one coverage. You audible a go route, and you get behind the defense every single fucking time. So every single throw, it's a 40-yard throw, 60-yard touchdown pass, 80-yard touchdown bomb. It doesn't fucking matter. You cannot be stopped. Jared Goff, 24 for 29, 412 fucking yards. 4 touchdowns. Holy shit. You thought you had to stop the run. Well, that Jaguars pass defense might as well have had the runs, because they shit all over themselves just as hard as the Cleveland Browns did this week. Jared Goff, not content to use his arm to throw all over the fucking field, used his legs for an extra 21 yards as well. The Lions even paid to have a hooker go out on the field and pleasure their fans. At this point for the Lions, only one question remains. How are they going to rip everybody's fucking heart out? Will they show that still beating heart to their entire fan base before the light leaves their lifeless eyes like a doll's eyes? The Detroit Lions find their fans have a little hope. They bite down on it, and those eyes roll back away. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck that was. I do know what the fuck that was. That was Jaws. But I don't know why I was possessed to do it. Who am I kidding? I know exactly why I fucking did it. It's the Detroit Lions. They're gonna do something to fuck over everybody by the end of the season. Jacksonville Jaguars didn't wait. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they sure shit got a head start on ripping everybody's fucking heart out. They ripped it out through their fan base's asshole. Make that shit as unpleasant as possible.
Hi folks, this is the True Bouse. We have a lot of fun here on the True Bouse Show, talking about the NFLOL. But one thing that is not fun is a very serious issue. Flushing reptiles down the toilet, depositing them in the sewer. Normally that shit's funny as hell. That you bought an exotic creature they were too fucking stupid to know how to take care of. Rather than find a humane way to pass it off someone who knows what the fuck they're doing, you instead throw it down a shitter. But when I, the True Bouse, live in that fucking sewer, that shit's not fucking funny. I'm tired of running for my fucking life, being chased all over the place by fucking crocodiles. So please folks, remember, instead of buying an exotic animal that you don't know how to take care of, just have a kid and traumatize the shit out of them like every other God-fearing American. Ah shit, wasn't this supposed to be a commercial? Please like, comment, share this shit around, subscribe, all that. Fuck!
Where the Jaguars go from here? Well, they don't go anywhere. They stay exactly where they are, in the motherfucking basement. If they fall in love with one of the quarterbacks, how's this for a trade? New York Jets trade a second-round pick and get Trevor Lawrence at a discounted price, while the Jacksonville Jaguars go and draft Shedeur Sanders. Oh, we can only hope. Can you imagine the Jets' next abortion of a head coach actually figures out how to turn Lawrence's career around, and then you're looking at the Jets finally figuring out quarterback, while Jacksonville drowns under the weight of Shedeur Sanders and his idiot father. Somebody has to pick up the LOL baton. If the Jets somehow drop it, why can't that be the Jaguars? We both know the Jets ain't gonna drop that baton. Speaking of the Jets, is it that special time again? Is it time to talk about the Jets? Going up against the Indianapolis Colts, they had given up on Anthony Richardson for this season. They said, fuck this shit. This is an abject disaster. This kid is not gonna have a good game. Wait a minute, we gotta play the New York fucking Jets? Oh shit, suit them up, boys. We're about to inflate this kid's trade value. They knew that the New York Jets were so fucking bad, so fucking incompetent, that even if you took a quarterback in Anthony Richardson who can't fucking throw a football, the threat of his legs alone was going to cause shit to open up downfield, because the Jets are stupid, incompetent, lazy, undisciplined, and when they are supposed to take advantage of a bad team or a bad quarterback, that is the moment you know they're gonna fall flat on their fucking face. Like Jim Irsay on a typical Tuesday night. Like, it's one thing to let Anthony Richardson run on your team. Guy's got a shitload of athletic talent, great running speed, and the New York Jets' edge discipline is up there with a 15-year-old getting to touch his first boob. The problem is, Anthony Richardson didn't even fucking really run the ball in this game. The New York Jets are so fucking bad and so fucking incompetent that they miss multiple tackles despite working on it for multiple weeks in a row, and blew coverages more than a fucking flu patient blows their fucking nose. It's the first time all season that they managed to score more than 25 points, taking a lead late on the Indianapolis Colts, 27-22. The only way they could have lost this fucking game is if they gave up a touchdown with 1 minute left to a fucking quarterback who can't throw a fucking football. So what did they do? They took their number one cornerback, who's supposedly a shutdown corner, and they called the defense where he doesn't stay with the number one option, and instead, if the number one option for Anthony Richardson goes deep, you rely on a backup to the backup safety to appropriately diagnose the play and have the athleticism to get over before the pass could be completed. This was a defensive coordinator, mind you, who was being talked up as a potential head coaching candidate because the Jets had one good defensive season last season when teams took their foot off the pedal by the second quarter. This is not a matter of a guy, he's got to do head coach and defensive coordinator duties. That's not fair. You do not take your number one corner off of their fucking wide receiver with the game on the line. This is basic shit. It is the same fucking stupid shit that Robert Saleh was doing, so it should come as no surprise that the staff he fucking hired continues to do the same exact shit. You gotta love it when God comes down to earth riding on a cloud, drops down right beside you during one of the rare moments that you're out in the open air taking a shit in the woods. And I know you may be asking yourself, you live in a sewer, why do you go outside in the woods to take a shit? What kind of sick ass question is that? Do you want to sleep right next to your own toilet bowl? Fuck no, unless you're drunk. So I don't shit right next to where I sleep. I take that outside. So there I am. I'm outside in the woods. Legs are shaking, pants down around my ankles. I'm dropping bombs like it's Hiroshima. God himself comes down on a cloud. And he says, hey, True Bouse, fuck you in particular. Well, that's exactly what happened to me. Jordan Love went 13 for 17. Just 13 fucking completions, and yet this guy put up 261 fucking yards. There is one single game all season long where this guy failed to throw for 200 yards. It was against Jacksonville, the team we just established cannot defend the pass. And he threw for 196 yards because he got fucking hurt in the third quarter. That just so happens to be the only game where I bet on Jordan Love to get 200 yards all fucking season long. Just gotta love when God himself comes down on a fucking cloud, smack you in the face with his dong, tell you to go fuck yourself, and then go all the way back up to heaven. It's like, you came down for that, bro? What a dick. That's what I said after he smacked me in the face with it. But also, what a dick. Now, why do I bring up Jordan Love? Well, because the Chicago Bears went up against Green Bay Packers, and God, when he was done slapping me around, said, hey, Chicago, you know how you stuck with that completely idiotic head coach? Yeah, fuck you. You guys deserve what's coming. And then he sat back on his cloud and simply watched. He didn't have to get involved. He didn't need to slap the Chicago Bears across the face with his giant god dick. The Chicago Bears were busy slapping themselves with their own dick. Good organizations find ways to win. Bad organizations always find ways to lose. So even with Caleb Williams joining the list of rookie quarterbacks this week, who had a pretty efficient night, 23 for 31, running for 70 fucking yards, well, turns out none of it fucking mattered. They still lost the goddamn game. And how did it end? With a blocked field goal. Now, with how bad the Bears season has gone, it's easy to laugh and just go, oh man, they really are basement dwellers. But if they had made that fucking field goal, they'd be 5-5, and they'd still somehow be in the playoff picture. So when you add in the fact that the field goal block possibly should have been penalized, man, that has really gotta hurt. But you know what? That blocked field goal didn't make you come out and get your asses totally fucking kicked by a garbage New England Patriots team the previous week. You guys buried yourselves well before any controversial blocked field goal. And if you missed the playoffs, you only got yourselves to blame. I hear they're gonna bring their coach back for another season. Why would you want to go and do that? Oh, I know, because the Bears are fucking stupid. Well, enjoy next season, Chicago. The Bears' hopes of doing anything competent anytime soon might as well be in a deep hibernation. The Dallas Cowboys go up against a superior team, and they have a backup quarterback step in and out of nowhere throw for 354 yards and a touchdown. And yet I'm still gonna sit here and say, how about them Cowboys? Oh, what's that? Is that the wind? It sounds like Jerry Jones. I haven't done one of those in a while. Well, dear old Jerry, he found a new way to make a complete and utter asshole of himself when he's not trying to bully people out of their radio host jobs. It's a full-on war against the media. It's just like everything else Jerry Jones has been a part of with the Dallas Cowboys. Even the stadium construction is fucking incompetent. And no, we're not talking about the fact that the sun blinds his own fucking players and stops them from scoring touchdowns every other game. This time we're talking about the fact that his stadium partially collapsed and a piece of metal almost fucking killed a reporter on the sidelines. What kind of fucking stupid asshole you gotta be? You pour how much money into a new stadium? Everybody's yelling at you, their stadium's a piece of shit. You deny it, and then the fucking thing falls apart and tries to kill somebody. Was this a goddamn episode of fucking Goosebumps? The stadium that tried to kill? Says a lot that them boys got destroyed. 34-10. And I didn't even talk about the fucking game yet. Is anybody surprised? Joe Mixon ran at will 109 yards, 3 touchdowns. The Cowboys are a weak, pussy-ass team put together by a weak, pussy-ass, emotionally stunted man. If you go through the list of teams that most desperately need to change their coach and general manager, the Dallas Cowboys are at the very top. Problem is, the general manager is also the owner. He's not gonna fire his fucking self. Good luck, Dallas. You're gonna need it. I have one tip for Jerry Jones. The next time he's talking about his players' dick sizes, like a fucking 1770s plantation owner, it's not the size of your players, it's how you use them. Look, I don't have much to say about the San Francisco 49ers, but I have one dream, one grand dream in this world. After seeing legions of San Francisco 49ers fans defend Robert Saleh and pretend like he's a great fucking head coach, there is nothing that would make me happier than to see them fire their head coach if the season completely collapses. Hire Robert Saleh and please suffer through what the Jet fans suffered through for all these years. When God is not busy riding down on a cloud to slap me in the face with his fucking dick, maybe he could orchestrate something that I'll enjoy quite thoroughly. So that's about all the time I have this week to go over NFLOL shit, folks. Absent any ideas to end this video, and having officially given up on the idea of shouting people out because some mysterious entity keeps cutting off my videos before I'm done fucking speaking, I will leave you with these wise words that my father once told to me. Sit down and shut the fuck up. Thanks, Dad.